This is your president, Ms. Entertainment, and welcome to the Power Hour. Get ready to kick this thing off in 5, 4, 1, let's go. All right, y'all. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Ms. Entertainment. I am your president of the Real Ass People Society, and welcome to the Power Hour. We're live every Saturday at noon on TerraDome Entertainment Radio, where we play the best hits from old school to new school hip-hop, R&B, and more. So go to TerraDomeENTRadio.com, click on the Listen Live button, or tune in on TuneIn or Live 365. And if you don't catch us live, you can always catch the replays on TerraDomeENTRadio.com or on all your major podcast apps. And of course, I'm not in the place alone. Let me introduce my Chief Entertainment Officer, DJ Talented.
What's going on, people? I'm gonna have to give me some claps. Come on, give me some love. This is another good Saturday. Worked a little bit earlier today, and still getting money, yo. So, as I always say, it's better to be above it than under it. You dig?
You dig? All right, and in the studio we got Mr. SeVIIn.
What up, y'all?
Free Will in the house.
Man, what's up with y'all? I'm in the building.
And of course we got the real JNauti. So before we get into it, of course I always have to ask, how was your week? How's everything going with you? How you doing? Feeling? And happy birthday to all my Libras. It is Libra season.
Sure, I don't play mine. I'm just dropping one single. Sure, Bad Habits, check it out. Shameless plug.
Shameless, do your plug.
Consistently dropping fire shit for like 2 months straight now.
Most
consistently.
Yeah. You know, and then I just revamped my playlist stuff. So check that out too. The collection, all on there. JNauti, all the hits. No, back to back, on repeat. Let's get it.
How was our week?
It was long for me. I'm just really trying to process this thing and trying to turn my creativity to my job. So me working 9 to 5 is killing me. So it was a long week.
But you have a book coming out. Hello.
Yeah. I got a book coming out. It's called Let Me Say This. So it'll be dropping next week for sure on Amazon. And of course, I'm gonna have some copies on me. I'm gonna be selling it like 3.5. So holla at your boy Free Will.
That's
there
what's
you go.
up, man.
All right.
Let me say this. Sound like something you about to say before you smack a nigga, though. Let me say this one time. Yeah, I felt with that. No, my week was all right. I broke my mic and my interface this week. At the same time, I don't even know how the fuck that happened.
What?
You broke your mic and
I broke my mic and my interface. But see, the crazy part about it is the mic, and it still ended up working. It was really my XLR cord.
Oh.
But I didn't know that. But so I went and bought another mic.
Oh.
And it was the same shit. So now I got 2 mics.
You can't take the mic back?
Nah, I like it because it got an EQ on it. So,
So what's the good thing then?
Yeah. And the interface was an upgrade from the one I had. So, you know.
Nah, it was all good. It was trying to tell you anyway.
Yeah. I needed it.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Me, it's been busy. Just working, trying to figure out how to get this money. Just trying to out here grinding. And I would say sometimes I will always say that I'm loyal to a fault, and trying to support others. And then when you're in that thing of supporting others, then when they give you that slap in the face, then it's like of being unappreciative. And you're like, wait a minute, you're right. This is your shit.
Yeah.
I need to be putting this energy into my own shit instead of trying to support your shit.
Yeah.
So sometimes I need that reminder.
Yeah, control what you can. You can't control others. Yeah.
But I guess if I'm with you, I'm with you 200%. 10 toes down. So if we're doing something, I always want to make sure it is the best possibility. Mm-hmm. But then I think sometimes people take that for granted because they know I'm going to step in. They know I'm going to make sure this is happening, and then they kind of fall back and then looking at it. Well, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but sometimes I need that little slap. Well, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. This is your shit. And guess what? I'm gonna fall back because when I fall back, I fall all the fuck way back.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna let you have it.
Thanks.
I'm gonna let you have it. You want to say something, Mister
No,
DJ Talent? Are you good?
my week has really been normal. So,
Same old shit, different day.
Pretty much. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's get on into this topic because I talked about this topic a couple of weeks ago, but it was just an all-female guest because I wanted to get their opinions, and then I want to just bring in all males because y'all can get y'all feelings out there without the interruptions of women. you know how we can do.
Yeah.
But I just want to hear your side of the story and your stories when it comes to colorism. So let me say this in my free will voice. I know colorism is a sensitive topic, a subject. So your views are your views, but I just want to make this a conversation, of realness and just be able to safe space to express, what's really going on. So, blah 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 blah. Okay, this came up because you guys know that I love my my reality TV,
Ratchet.
my reality TV, and just to recap, one of the Latina females on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta called one of the dark skinned women a monkey, and then she went into making the monkey noises, and of course everybody was in an uproar, and then I asked the question, why are we still dealing with colorism in 2023 when we know where that shit come from, but we still some people say that's just my preference, but I just want to get your take on it. So, but before we dive into the discussion, let me level set with some definitions. So racism is prejudice or discrimination against a racial or ethnic group. But colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Now, even though it's mostly looked at discrimination against, dark skinned people, but lighter skin tone people, get discriminated too. So that's why I want to just get into it because, why are we still dealing with this? So let me start here. It's real JNauti.
Yeah.
From your experience of colorism, tell me some of the stuff that you've experienced being of that lighter hue.
So, just backstory. My whole family is light skin. Okay.
Mhm.
We don't participate in that, but we do get that heat towards us, right? And I get it because I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And if you ever been in the South, in the deep South, in the swamp with the alligators, right? You find out real quick who's who and what's what, right? Black people get shitted on hard. They get shitted on hard. So what do?
Shit
Right?
on each other.
We shit on each other. I gotta make myself feel better than you. So you're not black enough, bro. I'm like, what? You're not black enough. Look, I can get shot by the same cops you get shot by. Yeah, but you're not black enough. So I used to get into fights over that. Growing up. That's my experience, right? Because they're angry at the racism from the others, and then they're like, okay, well, I need to make myself feel better. You're not experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing. Now, what I will say, growing up, as I got older, I did find out there is a difference, right? The level of racism that darker skinned people feel versus lighter skin is actually different. It's actually different, right? I know
Explain.
so like I know I can walk into certain rooms and I won't experience certain hostilities. To me, it's still some level of that, but I won't experience as much as someone else that's darker. That's just right off the bat. Even growing up, my mom, she's dark skinned, and I'm like she used to have folks walk up to her and say, "Oh, whose baby is that?
Wow.
Whose baby is that?" You know what I mean? And that's in Baton Rouge. That's
everywhere.
yeah. They're like, she's like, this is my baby. Like, and I look at us, we got the same face. They're like, oh, yeah, that is your baby.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is our people saying stuff like that. So colorism is one of those things that I don't know if we can accurately address until we address, how we feel with racism towards us. And I think even if we got rid of that, I don't know how much colorism would actually, be removed. Because if you go like to other countries, that stuff still exists over there.
It does.
So
it does. It's not just here.
It's not just here. It's not just the here thing. You can go to the Latin countries. They do the same thing. You go to the African countries. They do the same thing over there too. So it isn't just an American thing. It's a thing that's just, I don't know. It's kind of baked into society.
It's a Western, to me, mindset of how to control a certain, a people, because they couldn't use that, Caucasians couldn't use that on themselves because they all look like.
Yeah.
But for us being that, you can see that obvious difference, and then you mix in the race, and then you have a lighter skin, and that's where you got the house niggas versus the field niggas.
Yep.
And then they got treated a different way, or perceived to have a better way, versus the ones that's out there in that hot field.
Yep. Yeah.
But hell, they were the ones in the house got raped too. So,
right.
Was it really better? Just if you weren't in that hot field. So I guess maybe a smidgen. I don't know.
It's just perceived, right, as being better. So then you gotta look at it like for someone like myself that's lighter, right? And someone that's darker, like, oh well shit, I'm getting 100% of the hate from these white folks. And I'm looking at them like, I get the same hate you get, right? And then I'm getting hate from you.
But I look at it also in maybe they like you said, is that perceived that you get more because you're perceived as safe. And being a darker skin, where you're more villainized, for as being bad, so when they, without even them looking or getting a chance to know, they already have their opinions. So what do you guys?
Man, this is a good topic. I wish I'd have brought some notebooks or a notebook to write down, because right now my brain is like going to 100 and I got so much stuff to say. So I'm gonna try to say it one by one. First thing I want to say is they made a movie. What was that movie? School Days.
Yes.
And School Day was basically about that. How it had different, us as black people was being two different colors, but how the light-skinned people was getting more awards, right? Or getting more privileges. And that's within our own backyard. Number two, I have a light-skinned brother. I'm dark-skinned. My mother is dark-skinned, but my father is light-skinned. So when we used to go outside and play, the girls or the people in the neighborhood be like, that's your real brother. So they didn't think me and my brother was real. They thought like he probably was, my father's son or whatever the case, right? And when I was young, I always wanted to be light-skinned, because I felt that the light-skinned dudes get everything. They get the girls. They just get all this privilege in the world. That's what I felt when I was young, until the dude from Boys in the Hood kind of made us dark-skinned dudes started shining.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut, yeah. So now as dark-skinned got older, we started to look sexy to the world, But when I was young, I felt the light-skinned guys had it all. Now, when we talk about that outside our backyard, I never experienced the difference between me being black and a white person. And I mean, like, I never been hit on as like you a nigger or anything like that. But for as like my own backyard, I can see the difference, if that makes sense.
So let me go back to School Days. Spike Lee, he even took it as far as the cast. To really kind of bring in that that strife or that's going on between lighter skin versus dark skin. He had the lighter skin folks in a nicer hotel than the dark skin. So I was like, he took it to the extreme, for his bringing that in. So, and then
but he really painted a good picture, because I was young when the movie came out, so I probably didn't understand the full effect until I got older to start understanding what he was doing and why he did it the way he shot it.
Yeah, I was just like, he even went, behind the scenes of just making sure that, this group had a better living conditions than the other group. So, you can't help but to have some kind of real world resentment. Like, how the hell they get a nice hotel and you got us over here in a Super 8? This is some bullshit right there. And I think also with Morris Chestnut, Wesley Snipes too.
Yeah. Wesley did kind of bring us in to make it like we're not the lower of the colorism, but we kind of stand out once. But you have to be at a certain age bracket because when you young and dark skinned, you still get picked on.
So you have kind of felt some colorism, not necessarily racism, but colorism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my own backyard, but not outside my backyard. Mm-hmm. And then one more thing I do want to say, I think they did a study on dowels. Now I could be wrong, but I think they did like a study on dowels, like little kids. They threw like some dowels or something.
Yeah, they did.
And then they wanted to see which dowel would get played with, and the lighter dowel got played with more than the darker dowel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So,
and it was a white woman that did the study.
Okay,
to be honest, it was a white woman that did the study. To see. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they really trying to bring out more darker dowels with our hair and all that, so our kids can play with our own type of toys.
And I'm gonna let you go, and it's like I'm gonna add this. That was the inspiration for the children's book that I wrote. Is to have that for my granddaughter, which is so dark of you, so she can see images of herself, kids that look like, this out like in a book, because I didn't see that growing up, not necessarily it wasn't there. I just didn't see that as a kid seeing a book with a dark skin face on the front, and then looked at as beautiful.
Yeah.
So, SeVIIn, what you got? What have you experienced?
Not much, honestly. I've always been kind of like in between. Like I'm too light to be considered dark, but too dark to be considered light. Mm-hmm. That's how I've always like been around for me. So, I just think colorism as a topic gets grouped in with a whole bunch of other stuff, and you just shove it in the category like going back to the love and hip hop thing you said with Shorty called the other joint a blue monkey. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think that was a colorist statement. I didn't take it that way. Like Shorty did look like a monkey, and she had blue hair. Just saying, but the best thing about it, just because in this sensitive world we in right now, like niggas can't say what they want to say no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see if she called the girl a nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking nigger, you fucking monkey. That sounds racist. But when you call Shorty a blue monkey, it sounds like you insulting her. I've called my brother a monkey. He's called me a monkey. He ain't being racist. You know what I'm saying? We not being. My brother's darker than me. You know what I'm saying? He's called me a monkey, and I've called him a monkey. But he didn't take it as being, colorist. It's just the society just grouped that in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't like Shorty. Because now if Erica Mena was dark skinned, she said the same shit, would she be considered colorist?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that question.
No, but she's Latina, so she's not black.
That's what I was gonna ask.
So, but you got to remember that's how we were looked at from beginning of coming over here.
But even that, but even that right there is picking and choosing, because we let the Spanish people say the word nigga, but they can't say monkey.
I agree. I don't agree with that. I mean,
but that's my whole.
I know what you're saying.
Like I just feel like shit gets grouped in. You know what I'm saying? Like now I dated a girl when I was younger. I ain't gonna say her name. She's dark skinned, and she's always felt self-conscious about being dark skinned or whatever. But you got arguments for both sides. I mean, you got pretty light skinned motherfuckers. You got pretty dark skinned motherfuckers. Like I think it's all it's all subjective. I don't think it's fair that someone should get better treatment or worse treatment due to their complexion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, let those lines be drawn clearly that this is what's actually going on. Like what JNauti said about people saying you too light skinned. See, that's a direct colorist line. You see what I'm saying? But if someone called him an Albie Shore looking motherfucker, that's not a colorist statement. You see what I'm saying?
I guess it depends. Who calling him that?
Another black guy. Another dark guy would call him. No, but how's the colorism?
Because they really kind of talking about his skin tone.
They kind of look alike. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. This world is so sensitive to you can't say shit without it being grouped into a derogatory category. And I don't think that's fair. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't that we was being sensitive. We was about to get into a fight. No, so this is where that came into. So he's trying to say the most hurtful thing. Yeah. Right? And I was like, all right, bro, you really want to go there?
But did you take offense to being called that?
Yeah,
I'll be sure.
Yeah, but I also say, well, yeah, I'll take your girl anyway. So what?
But that's my point. You see what I'm saying? That's my
because I know he has low self-esteem because he thinks that his dark skin is not as valuable as my light skin.
Exactly. So that's his problem.
So yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I know where to hit him with that. But again, we're both being mean to each other. But I use the colorism as the same weapon. Yeah, so that's kind of what that girl did. She's like, I'm gonna call you a monkey. She's trying to say the most hateful thing she can think of. She could have called her anything else, but I'm gonna call you a monkey. Well, what if she had said, well, you a little wetback? Then what? Now we're going to
see, that's the thing about it.
Respect. Like,
there was nothing about her statement that made it racist. Except for the perception of other black people.
Well, that's what I said. The difference between racism and colorism.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, racism is when it's white people talking about someone that's not white. Colorism is when it's people that are black talking about other black people and comparing them on the spectrum of color. Because you got to realize, in this country, we were divided by colors. They used to give us pencil tests so we could actually figure out who's black and who's not.
Right.
The paper bag test.
The paper bag test. This is not some shit we just made up. This is some stuff that we have adopted and have lived with for hundreds of years. And I don't know how we can get out of it. Like,
but she called her a blue monkey. It wasn't a black monkey.
Blue monkey.
And she was dark skinned. She would have called her a black monkey.
Wait, but that's even worse. She's saying she's so black she's blue.
No, because she had blue hair.
She had blue hair.
She had blue hair.
But you want to take it that way.
You see how this shit get really confusing? Like,
but no, I think the word monkey is already violation.
Yeah.
I mean, but you call niggas monkeys. You see,
but we can call niggas niggas as well.
Yeah.
But once they do it,
she was saying the word nigga on TV all the time. No one said shit.
Yeah. Now they might have let that slide, but that monkey might have hit different.
Yeah, they monkey hit different. And I think it's a area too, because the Spanish people can't call us niggas down here. Well, that's a New York thing.
No, that's down here too.
I have not
slide, I guess.
I've seen him multiple times. Like
that don't fly with me. Like wait.
When Erica called Stevie J a broke ass nigga, was that?
I didn't like that. She can't hold on that.
But nobody said shit. You see what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing. But she called a girl with blue hair that looks like a monkey, a blue monkey. And she's being colored. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then she went into the noises. But to me, the monkey is
different. Yeah, she was trying to hurt her.
She was trying to hurt her.
But the girl didn't talk about this too. The girl didn't talk about how fucking of a mother she is, her son had, and all that shit. Come on, man. Yo, listen, you bring my kids to any kind of altercation we having. Yo, the lights is off, nigga. Like, fuck that. I'm a dive deep. You got people right now in Chicago when they get into beefs, they start talking about pissing on they dead niggas' graves.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Very disrespectful.
And they let that shit fly. But this girl called her a blue monkey, and she looks like a blue monkey, and it's a problem.
Well, the big difference I would say is that this was not a personal conversation. This was not just them talking at a bar. This is them on TV.
But my thing is, what gives her the right to say how much of a fucked up mother she is if she can't call that girl blue monkey?
Hey, look, two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
But at some point, somebody's going to have to be like, hey, look, I'm not, don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's don't do that. We gotta have lines with ourselves.
But just to finish off my statement, I got love for all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Coco Jones is like one of the sexiest women in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? But I also like Lotto. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I like them both. They both fly. You know what I mean? But so me personally in my life, I've never discriminated based on skin tone. You know what I'm saying? I've never used insults as a way to make someone feel bad about their complexion. I've just used insults to insult a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of the time with colorism, it's not what you say, is how you say it.
Right.
So with her calling her a monkey, she meant that.
She meant that.
I cannot subscribe to that. You gotta get away with everything else, but the minute she say monkey, all of a sudden now it's colorist. Yo, what about you just said nigga 85,000 times? You know what I'm saying? She just ran down, put her hands on bitches. No problem. But she called a girl a blue monkey who disrespected her children, and her motherhood on live TV.
Hold on, let's go back now, because she is, from what Spice was saying, that she's talking about her mothering skills that has not been of the best. And what that does have to do, if we're in a conversation and she said she was a bad mother, how you equate that by talking about my skin tone.
I mean, but if Swift say, yo, son, listen, man, I'm just a crackhead motherfucker, right? That's for him to say. That ain't for me to say. You see what I'm saying? That's his truth. That ain't my truth. But so for me to take what you said and use that shit against you on some bullshit, it's foul. You see what I'm saying? Like,
She could have. She hit below the belt, but I think she went even deeper with that monkey shit. And I would say that even if she didn't mean it for us like that, when they tried to explain how that made her feel, she doubled down on it. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. It wasn't until they started taking money from her. Then she like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
Because Spice just riding away with this, but she didn't even really give a fuck at the time either. Spice, she didn't care. But when it all started talking, all of a sudden, now the bitch all heard, oh, man, I can't believe she called me a fucking... But she been violating people left and right that whole entire season. Spice herself, she been violating people left and right the entire season. Nobody says shit, but when somebody says something to her, it's a fucking problem. Come on now.
Now, American men have been violated for the longest.
They violated each other, so it's an even playing field. Like, come on, like you can't play this. If Courtney slaps me right now, and then I pull out my banger and blast his ass, you can't determine my reaction from what you did. You can't tell me what's a proper reaction.
Well, I do got a question, right? Now, in the black community, what can we not call a black female, even when we get to the maddest of our maddest? Even when we're arguing with a black female, what can we not call her?
I haven't heard what we shouldn't call him is a bitch.
Right. And then once we do that, we have crossed the line. That's just like if another black man say, suck my titty.
That's deaf. That's what I'm
saying. So I feel like, I haven't seen the show, but it sounds like when she said black monkey, she have crossed the line that you shouldn't have crossed.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get where you're going with it, but at the same time, like I don't go around calling my girl bitches, but at the same time,
when you said you have violated her real bad.
No, it ain't even really a violation because she said it herself.
Yes, they can say it. Like they can say it, but if I'm like, shut up.
And see, the violation lands the violation lands in the hands of the person who is giving it out. So what I'm saying by that is, I give you power to feel like you've been violated. You see what I'm saying? So if I call my girl a bitch, if I say right now, yo, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. I can't believe you call me a bitch. And I'm like, yo, you call yourself a bitch?
Yeah, but you can't.
I can't call you a bitch. But my thing is, I'm giving it power by actually conforming to her feeling disrespected. If she feels disrespected, I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a bitch. That shit was wrong. Then she feel like she has power to be able to tell me that I can't call her a bitch. But if I double down on that shit and like, yo, you want me to stop calling you a bitch? You stop calling you a bitch.
But that's what black people say about us. I can say it too, because
and they very well could, but they got to deal with the consequences. That's what I'm saying. You can't control my reaction. That's why. You can say what you want to say, but you can't control my reaction.
And that's why the KKK is still here.
Yeah, but you
they call themselves knows we might as well call them too.
But you see that hot, I have not seen no. But I've never seen them in like coming out.
Different things now.
Yeah, I've seen them have the
right. I understand here, but I haven't
seen too long had this demonstrations.
Capital. This is recent stuff. These are
they had a nice little demonstration.
So tell me this. You a strong nigga. If a KKK motherfucker walks you right now, you think he gonna call you a nigga, look you dead in the face and call you a nigga?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. No, they're not doing that shit. If that was the case, there'd be a lot more homicides and a lot more bodies out here. Because I'm not a strong nigga. But if a nigga walk up to me and call me a nigga, I say you are entitled to your opinion. You got 5 seconds away.
That's the way everybody
said it at the end of the day. They marching at the Capitol.
We got this CP2 here. So introduce Mr. Swift now. What you got? Coming in here late. Better go ahead.
You are a color stereotype.
That's what we talking about.
I had a little family emergency real quick. We had to handle with my wife. She was having a few issues this morning.
Oh, okay, that's all right. You're going to put on the wife, but that's okay. What's your feeling as far as, because we're talking about colorism, and have you had any experience of receiving that, especially when you're talking about in the dating world or coming up as a young, dark-skinned black kid? Well, I guess that's the same thing, but a dark-skinned kid.
I mean, I guess you could say I can have it both ways, in a good and a bad way, though. But I don't necessarily say that. I mean, that's an issue more so of emotion, because people are more emotional now. So people take these things and use it as a way to act out or really be, what they really are.
So give me an example of anything that you experienced, especially coming up.
Well, they say the blacker the bear, the sweeter the Jew, right?
So let me ask you this then. Have your skin tone played a part in your self-esteem? And that's to everybody. As a kid and to now.
Yeah, when we was a kid, more so people used to be like, damn, that nigga black is a motherfucker. Be out in the sun all day, you playing football, all this, son, don't do nothing but make you black. So, I mean, but until we got to a certain age, I learned that was attractive.
Exactly, I said that. Yeah. But you know what? I do got a question for y'all. I know you from New York, right?
Yeah.
You from
Mississippi.
And you from
Louisiana.
And I'm from the Midwest. So I think the South, did y'all experience more of that at the South because of your color?
Because of your skin tone.
Yeah. Man, I end up going to, I end up with my dad for about 5 or 6 years. And I end up going to this school called Hadley High School. Or whatever. It was in Hadley, Mississippi. Man, listen, it was probably about 20 black people in the whole school.
Yeah.
Man, I went through shit every day. I'm carrying a butcher knife in my book bag to go to school, though. Like, it was that real, though. You know what I'm saying, to me, though. But when they realized I was that, I ain't had no more problems out of them, though. You know what I'm saying? I have ended up trying to date a white girl one time. I had some white boy meet me one day after school. They were talking about stay after my kind.
Wow.
Shit, when I whooped their blade out, goddamn, didn't nobody had no talk, though.
Oh my God! So, my bad.
Go ahead.
I actually went. So, when I lived in the city, they bust us out to a county school to put people that was in the city into a county school, so we can be going to a school with the white people, and they called it a DSET program. And I write about that in my book, saying that might have helped us to a certain degree. But going to a white school didn't really change who we was. They tried to give us a better education, but where we from is where we from. So we still took that mentality to this place, even though they were trying to give us a better education. Now, when I was going to a white school and I seen a black dude talking white, I looked at him different.
Now, what's talking white? Because and the reason why I asked this is because my daughter, because she's a military brat, because I was in the military, and then we've been overseas, so she talked correct English. But yeah, going through school, people tried to tease her, like, you talking white. She's like, I'm talking English.
So when you young, how we all talking now, this is how we talk, right? But yeah, proper English could be considered white in our eyes. But as we get older, we realize, oh, you just talking proper English. But if you don't have just that little bit of slang on it, you talking white. And then it'd be so perfect English too, where you're like, oh man, you sound like them,
But why does it have to be? And I'm just asking that because, and the reason why I asked it, because I had an event this week, right? And with she's a VP, and of course, with that sometimes it comes with your code switching. We're in a professional setting, and then in my mind, it's like, ooh, I'm thinking, how she was in high school, but then it's like, why that even that thought, of putting her in that hole of talking white. Why is that even a thing? Even though, I have a quick thought, but it's like, no, she's just talking.
I ain't gonna say that talking proper. I would say more so it's a difference between people talking with slang and somebody talking like they're educated.
It's not even.
People that's not educated that talk like they're educated.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing with talking white to me,
Yeah.
is lack of bass in your voice.
Okay.
All right. The reason why I say that is because
your chest.
yeah, I mean that's all. Like you can talk proper English without removing the bass from your voice. The reason why people remove the bass from their voice is to seem less intimidating. You see what I'm saying? So as a black man, I got bass in my voice all the time. So even when I'm speaking proper, it doesn't take away from that. You know, I'm a black man that can speak English. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not, taking the bass out of my voice so I can, not doing that. But that's what white people do because it's silly. Because it's like the less bass you have in your voice, the less intimidating you seem. And the more friendly people may be to you.
More warming you seem. Yeah.
But when you talk with bass in your voice, like when I can see you and another man, what's going on, nigga? You don't know that ain't aggressive. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, if you're a white person per se, you see what I'm saying? And you don't know that the way I'm loud, I'm obnoxious. I'm like, yo, son, I fuck with this nigga. You don't know that it's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because of the bass in my voice, because I'm so, what do you call that shit? So macho and bravado with the shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like anytime you take away from who you are when you're speaking to make someone else feel more comfortable, it's talking white.
So let me ask y'all this then: as an adult, do you think your tone of your voice or the color of your skin, for us to hue, played a part in For's employment?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It's crazy because
10,000%.
I started my new job and I was scared to really get my hair braided because they was mostly whites, and I still look at that like, damn, are they still judging us on our hair?
Mm-hmm.
But my friend was like, nah, man, they ain't tripping off that no more. But even when I go my hair braided, I still be like, man, they probably judging.
Mhm.
So yeah. But we would never know the inside of why we didn't get the job. That's the thing that I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I ain't got that type of issue.
Yeah.
I'm bald head.
Let's go back to your skin tone then. Do you think that has affected jobs you have not received?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me more.
So I give you an example of my father used to work at this place called Value Med in Columbus, Mississippi. They hire like one black person every 5 to 10 years.
Mm.
The average pay is $90,000 a year starting off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Your lowest paid job. You open the door, ain't nothing but crackers in there. Niggas making $60, $70, $80 an hour, doing all type of shit. And it's probably 10 niggas in there. Yeah. The rest of y'all niggas gotta go to the chill factory or whatever, where they stealing the money out your check. And I worked at a job where these guys were it's called United Furniture, and they had like these class action lawsuits. Nothing but niggas working here.
Mm.
And we built furniture, couches, love seats, chairs, so forth and so on. And it was a production job, so shit, based off of what y'all produce, what y'all get paid, you get paid more. I had already been hearing about it, but it got to a point where I had put in like so much overtime, production work. I'm knowing this check gonna be about $800,000. Well, I get a check for $350.
Yeah.
So I had the flu, so I wasn't even there to feed myself that morning. So I had to get up out of bed. I went up there with the flu and everything. I told like, man, y'all fucked up my check. They went in the office and they were like, yeah, we charged you about $300 or $400. And I was like, $300 or $400? You gotta be more than that. And she was like, all right, then we'll go check it again. They came back out, about 5 or 6 white people. Oh, we don't owe you nothing. Kind of find out these people were stealing money from everybody's check. And get what these niggas got to do. These 5 white men, they got to turn themselves in on the weekend.
Mm.
Wow. That's it.
I transferred to another plant. It's an old ass white lady. She had to be 80. She doing the same shit.
Mm.
She got to turn herself in on the weekend, stealing money. And I'm like, damn, if it had been a nigga doing some shit like that, boy, they finna bury you under the jail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I feel like, your skin color do matter.
I had a job. I just want to make this. We are live, right? I just want this to be clear. I was working at the Cobb Energy Center. right? God Energy Center.
You gonna make sure?
I'm gonna make sure. Right about Cumberland Mall.
Okay.
These are the most racist motherfuckers I have ever met in my life. I have never experienced racism until I started working there, right?
You sure?
I promise you. So,
He's serious about that.
yeah, I have been working there 3 years, right? So me and my supervisor was tight. He was a black guy. He was tight. We was real tight. Boom. But he ended up getting fired, right? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to apply for the position where I've been working there the longest. Mind you, we housekeeping. We clean up vomit, pick up trash. Mm-hmm. It's nothing really. You don't really engage with the patrons or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I interviewed for the joint, but the thing about it was, I guess you could say I wasn't as proper as they would have liked. You know what I'm saying, in terms of the way I spoke to them. But I've been knowing them for like 3 years, and we have these conversations. On loading down when we smoking and shit. I talk to everybody. Everybody knows me. We have it. So I'm figuring, I'm gonna shoe in for this motherfucker, right? But the human resources lady, it's a new little skinny white lady, right? Real scary. So I do an interview with her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, I do the same way. But I come in there, I'm me. I'm charming. I'm charismatic. I'm getting it with it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. They didn't give me a position. Right? 2 months went by, nobody heard nothing. Just boom, boom, boom. So this lady starts working in housekeeping. And so they're like, hey, this is Brandon. He's been working here for 4 years now. He's the best one we got here. Talking cash shit, right? Cool. So, you think you could train her? I'm like, yeah, boom, I got you. Like, boom. Mind you, she's a lady that...
You training your boss.
Yeah, that's basically what the fuck it was. And the way I didn't know what was going on, so I'm sitting there, I'm showing her the ropes. I'm showing her how to get shit done quicker. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing how the orchestra level was the hardest one, but I was always on that joint because I was able to clear it real quick. Mm-hmm. Boom. I'm showing her everything. Boom. One day I come in that joint and she comes to me and she's like, hey, why are you late? Mm-hmm. I'm like, shit, I just got here. What the fuck you mean? Yeah, that's why I stayed late last night helping your ass clean up the mezzanine. Now you chill, relax, you good. But I'm joking with her. Boom. The big guy come around. He's like, yeah, your supervisor asked you why you were late and you ain't give her a direct answer. What's going on? I'm like, who the fuck is my supervisor? I haven't talked to my supervisor. I didn't think we had one. And then he said the shorty name. I forgot shorty name. He said shorty name. And she was standing right there. I said, oh, y'all motherfuckers playing like that. Y'all doing it like that. Right? Mind you, they had tried to write me up. They accused me of stealing a laptop from Tyler Perry. Right? They suspended me for a week pending investigation. And found police report and everything. I was off the job for 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Come to find out, it was one of Tyler Perry's stage managers that stole the shit, and they tried to pawn it. Right? Came back to work, nothing. No apology, no money for the time I missed, none of that shit. It was like, yeah, we figured out who it was. You can go ahead and come back to work. Came back to work. Then you tell me about the lady, and I'm like, yo, I refuse to listen to this bitch. I'm not listening to her. Like this, I don't give a fuck. And I told him, I said, you a slimy, snaky bitch, because you could have told me this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking with none of y'all.
You told her that, man?
Yeah, dead ass. And now they fired me for insubordination, though.
That nigga in the way.
That is some racist shit. You see what I'm saying? That is some real racist shit. And it was only because of my blackness. You see what I'm saying? Because of how I spoke with people, interacted with people, and it was just not professional enough for them. Yet, I was professional enough to be doing a whole 3, 4, 5 niggas' jobs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that easy. I was working in setup. I was doing public safety, and I was doing housekeeping, all for the same fucking $850.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That was professional enough. But to give a nigga like me a title to say I'm gonna be running shit, nah, you're not really the face we want for this motherfucker.
Right.
We want this old short, not knowing nothing ass bitch right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let y'all niggas know. Everybody listen, fuck cop energy. You don't ever go in. It's horrible. They don't respect you. They don't love you. You know what I'm saying? They just want your fucking money. They don't fuck with black people over there.
Oh, man.
So I definitely want to hear from you, being of the lighter hue. Do you think that helped with job employment, promotions, or whatever?
Yeah.
Play a point.
Well, I mean, I got a bunch of stories in that, but my stories are a little bit different than yours. Like, I used to work, I used to do customer service a long time ago. And I was like, man, I want to make some money, and I want to go to the sales group. And they were like, yeah, we just got to apply. I said, okay, cool. I applied to it. my manager at the time, this old white lady, fucking silly as shit. Come to find out, she kept blocking me, wouldn't let me leave. I was like, what the fuck? There were white dudes, white women on our team that went to the sales team instantly. Right? I applied 3 times, couldn't get through. I said, you know what? The only way I can run this shit is if I use white versus white. So I got another white lady with a position much higher than her to tell them to bring me in. It happened within a week. And my manager was like, oh, I guess you're moving. Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
And I found out that the other black people that was with me up in the customer service team also were trying to transfer. She wouldn't let none of them leave. I was like, dang, that's fucked up. I said, y'all should probably do what I did. They're like, what? Go get a white person to help you. So that's one story that I have. The other story I have is actually colorism, which is kind of bad. So I worked at another place where I applied, I got in. There's a white dude that hired me. Super cool, super chill. He's whatever, right? He's like for the cause. He's cool. When I got in, there was actually a black dude that was there that I also interviewed with. He was a manager. He seemed okay, but he was talking white. And I was like, bro, I see you. I see you. Yeah. Okay. Right. So he tried his best to get me fired. He got all other black people that were there fired. He would not hire anybody that was black. Basically, he did a Clarence Thomas. He got on the door and he shut it.
Because Toby be good nigga for my
He was the only one he did. He's like, I can be the only one. And I speak white. I was like, bruh, okay, I see you over there.
Yeah.
But when we talk, the bass in his voice comes out.
Yeah.
When he talks to them, he ain't got no bass. His voice get real high.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, bro. I see you. I see you.
That's funny because I believe that was Deion Cole, the comedian. He did a skit talking about your same thing. He going in there, the black dude, when he around the white people, he's talking white. But then with them two, and then he had to, then he exposed them. Then he had to come out, and then it's like, y'all have to check this one. I'm almost positive that was Deion Cole.
Yeah, I exposed that in real life. Yeah. Listen. So colorism exists, and it can work against us. We can work against ourselves. He was like, I'm the only one. You know it. He's like, I'm the only one of us that's not being here.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll make sure I have no competition. I'm a friendly black guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That shit
you a
is
superior dick eater, man.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
Now look, I do got something to say about the topic on talking professional and white, right? So I don't know if you ever seen this clip, but it was Deion Sanders talking to a reporter, and the reporter had to put on his professional voice, and Deion was like, nah, man, don't talk to me like that. Talk how you would just talk to me before we was on the air. He was like, well, I can't talk to you like that. I got to talk to you in this voice. I got to sound professional. Then Deion was like, you're not professional. Your regular voice is not professional. Now, I got a 50-50 with that because he wasn't talking white, but he was just talking more clear. And Deion was like, nah, talk to me how you were just talking to me. So when I seen that clip, I'm like, man, I'm against this a little bit because it's Deion Sanders, and the reporter don't want to really go off on him. Like, yo, man, you messing up. I'm the one doing the interview because it's Deion Sanders. But at the same token, Deion Sanders tried to belittle him, I felt. You know, so he wasn't talking white, but I think sometimes us talking white or talking professional can go a little left. You know?
Especially when you're talking about being on a reporter, because they have a certain tone that they folks expect from them, and even on the radio, they have a certain type. If you listen to some of the radio hosts, unless they are actual, like did something else like a comedian, they're gonna be themselves. But if they come up through those ranks of communication, they have a different tone.
Been to an auction.
Go back here, go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I have one last question, then we're gonna move on to my real last question of the day. So you're becoming a father, you have kids, and you guys don't have kids yet, but possibly have kids. What will you guys say to your kids, and what will you talking about for? Have you talked to your kids? Well, I know you're probably the baby, not, but how old is your oldest?
My daughter's 7.
Yeah,
we had conversations though.
About, because I mean, she's at that point where she's probably experiencing a touch of it.
Yeah. So the thing I want my kids to understand is I need them to have tunnel vision. You see what I'm saying? I need them to go this way. I need them to not be distracted by everything that is built to distract them. You see what I'm saying? You got the gay shit going on. That's a distraction. You got the racist shit going on. That's a distraction. You got the colorist shit going on. You got the fat shaming. You got the skinny shaming. You got all these different things out here that are just with for a bunch of people who don't have no time on their hands. You see what I'm saying? I want my kids to be successful. I want them to be smart, and most importantly, I want them to be confident. You see what I'm saying? I want them to have that self-confidence. I don't want them looking for approval from another motherfucker. Therefore, because my daughter's a red bone. So if one of the kids be like, oh, if I kill you, little red bone bitch, she's not really on that shit. You see what I'm saying? She's like, oh yeah, well, you know what? Fuck you too, bitch. And you keep it moving. I don't want her to be coming home and be like, man, I feel really bad because dad, is something wrong with me because my skin is lighter? No, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, fuck that little bitch. You see what I'm saying? I want my kids to have that tunnel vision. I want my kids to have tunnel vision because I don't want nothing to stop them from being successful. Like y'all gonna disagree with me probably when I say who this is, but right now, out of everybody in the industry that I would love to just fuck with, like dead ass, like on some other shit, is Candace Owens. I love her. You see what I'm saying? Like, the politician, the politician speaking. What I love about her is that she say what she say, she stand on that shit, and she don't give a fuck how everybody feel about it. Yeah, she be wrong, but yeah. But that's the thing about her being wrong is only in a matter of opinion because all you were talking about is what she feels about a certain situation. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that she don't bend or fold, regardless of how many people. I seen her sit on the panel with Killer Mike and T.I. and all them. Oh yeah, they came in, they drug her ass and that shit. She stood on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I want my daughter to be that way. I want my daughter to stand on her shit, regardless of whatever it is that's coming around that's trying to stop her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure she's going to experience the colorism shit. But when that does happen and she comes to me and she brings it to me, my goal will be to enforce self-confidence. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fuck the rest of that shit. I don't care who got what to say about it. I want you to focus on you. You are a beautiful girl. You're going to be a beautiful woman. You're going to be a smart woman. You're going to be a successful woman. If someone has a problem with your skin complexion, that's their problem, not yours. Do not make it yours. You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Just keep it moving. But don't go around doing that. I don't want her to go around calling motherfuckers blackies and shit. Because then I'm going to fuck her up.
She can't call them monkeys either.
You can't do that shit. Even though she looks like a fucking monkey, I don't get it.
I swear. I see that.
I like spice.
I would say the same shit. I would go, wow. If I saw her, like, if we getting into it like that, so I don't see why that's a problem. But you know what? Like I said, you know, everything's an issue nowadays. If you like what she said, it's a problem. If you don't like what she said, it's a problem. If you got nothing to say, it's a problem.
I think everybody's just so sensitive.
I just said that, dog. Like, I just said that shit.
Yeah.
But, so for y'all, for his kids, when you do have kids, if you decide to have kids, I know you got one come in, and if y'all decide, well, how would you handle for your children in colorism?
The niggas got kids out here.
Basically, I want to.
I said they got kids out here somewhere. They just don't know yet.
I want to be able to raise my kids and put them in a position where they can see both standpoints in life and let them go forth and make their own decision, you know, to still be that support for them, though. But I was raised a particular type of way. So when I came into certain situations, I mean, I just already had the common sense to, like, I ain't with that. I'm going to do my own thing, you know, like, as far as, like, indulging in, you know, society and the new wave of events that's, you know, occurring now, though, basically teaching them, you know, that they can be their own independent persons, have their own independent minds, and whatever they set their mind to, that's what they can do. And the people that's for them, they gonna meet them people along the road, and for a while it's gonna be just you until that moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
Fellas,
that's kind of a hard question for me because my parents did the best that they can do to raise me and my brother, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm so glad that we was raised in the hood because the hood teach you a lot of other different things on how to just attack the world. Now, of course, if I have kids, I don't want them to go to that environment. I want them to be better, but I think you need that environment just a little bit, you know? Mm-hmm. So it teaches you more on how to handle a lot of things, and it might teach them how to handle colorism. I don't know. But I really want them to experience a better life than what I had. Mm-hmm. So and a better life is being around the white people, you know? So I don't know. That's a hard question for me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would say, I mean, I agree with what SeVIIn said. Like, I definitely don't want them to be distracted because there are a lot of distractions. You know, I think a lot of it comes from what we have all been conditioned to do, which is to put ourselves in a box, right? And we tend to identify ourselves with certain identities. I'm with the Black community. I'm with this community, and with right. We tend to reduce our identity to something really small because we're like, oh, this is mine, and I'm unique. You're already unique, right? You're at this point, if you're born in this country and you're my kid, you're American. So that's your identity. You're American. You're not just I'm a Black kid, I'm a light skinned kid, I'm this kid, I'm a half white. No, you're American. Because outside this country, that's how they look at us.
Exactly.
They're like, what? Y'all fighting over colors? They're like, oh, these people are really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's how they look at us. They look at us like that. Like, we literally fight about everything. Like you said, we're fighting over if someone's too fat, if they too skinny, if they too tall, if they don't play the right video game. We fight over every little thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there are politicians out there fucking us backwards.
Yeah.
Taking all our money, giving it to other people, right? Straight broke. Who the fuck is helping us?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, lots of distractions out there. I think, having more knowledge about what's happening versus saying, hey, only pay attention to your block. Don't look at anything else. This is just where you're at. No. Let's look at the world. Let's look at the U.S. Let's look at where you need to go. Because where you are now is not where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's what I want to instill, just to give that ability to say, hey, look, there's more than these four walls, right? There's a lot more out there for you. Because like at this point, I'm ready to just travel. And after I got out the country, I went to France, and I was like, oh, wow, this is way different, right? They didn't know I was French. I spoke a little French. They thought I was French. I was like, oh, cool. But when I started speaking English, they're like, oh,
you one of those.
You got to shoot us now? Whenever to the African countries, they're looking at me like, who's this foreigner, right? I started speaking English. They're like, oh, this is the American. That's all they called me. They called me the American. I went on light skin dude. It's like, oh, yeah, you look different.
But you're American.
No, you're American. Oh, you're American. Oh, okay.
You should have said French from my town.
That's just how that is, And it's real cool once you get around more of our people. You find out real quick, oh, that shit does not matter.
Yeah. I mean, like you say, getting out that box is hard though.
Yeah,
it's hard because it starts so small, and then even with us, like we all moved here, so we got out of the box from our neighborhood to here, but now we still in another box.
I mean, getting out of the box takes courage. You know what I'm saying? You got to be an individual to be able to say, I don't subscribe to the same shit. You know what I mean? I'm like when I'm gonna tell you, like I grew up around a whole lot of foul niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I became that nigga. You see what I'm saying? But it took me being an individual to step outside of that box and say, you know what, there's nothing wrong with walking away from the situation.
Absolutely.
I don't got to punch this guy in the face. There's nothing wrong with not engaging in an argument with something that's baseless. Why? If I don't want to waste my time with that, I don't have to. But it takes courage because when you grow up in the hood, you in them environments, it's pressure to crash.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Oh, that nigga said, what? You ain't punch me in the face? Oh man, you a pussy, nigga. You ass, nigga. You buns, nigga. And then what you do in order to gain the respect from other people, you do some dumbass shit just to prove a point that never needed to be proven. You could have proved the same point by not doing shit, not engaging. You know what I mean? So it's a box that it's not a box we can't get out of.
Yeah, it's a box we built.
Yeah, it's a box we built. And I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on. I understand what you're saying, Free Will, because how I grew up, I did not want my daughter to grow up the same way. So being that I was in the military, we was overseas, so she got a chance to see a whole array of different mindset. And then coming back, I think she actually had to deal with niggas, and she wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
I was in the Air Force, so it was a different mindset. So coming back to Atlanta and then moving to Lithonia, she did not know how to deal with them. And then, I can understand if she kind of grew up somewhat.
Yeah,
she'd have had that knowledge. I had to educate her on how to deal with niggas, which is sad.
Yeah.
But then I saw my child changing. So then as a parent, I said, I got to take, you're not handling this the way I need you to handle this. So I had to move to get out of that school district, get out of that environment, get out of that mindset to get her back on track. Yeah. So you have to do what you have to do when you come to parenting or being parents. So, but yeah, parenting is a crack shot. So
Yeah.
no book.
Yeah.
You just try and do the best you can. But yeah. So, but being that she's dark skinned, so she, she had to, and she's dark skinned. She like video games. She like classical music. She speaks Mandarin, so she gets it.
Yeah.
And she speaks, as you say, proper English, or because she does have some base. You can tell that she's black,
Yeah.
but she speaks proper English too.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets it. She definitely gets it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that she gets from me, she's gonna have to stand on. Now she complained, bits to me, but she she have to you gonna have to man up because she got me as mama. This the shit that's gonna happen. But what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Because now you're an adult. I can't shield you as a child.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stand on yours. You stand 10 toes down and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So yep. So there it is.
Yeah.
Great conversation, fellas. I think maybe we should have a part 2. I think we did
Come with shorties this time.
because them heifers.
No, I'm just saying, you're a beautiful, pretty chocolate bunny. I see you, shorty. You're a pretty beautiful red bone. I see. I'm gonna just go like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Cause I like them all.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead on and get into the real ass question of the day. All right, real ass question of the day. So, you're out, at dinner with your significant other, right? A wife, whatever, and your boy and his wife. Y'all at a couples thing, right? Now your boy, y'all grew up, y'all 10 toes down, y'all that's like your brother, right? And you like his wife, she good, whatever. So his wife and your significant other, wife, whatever, get into like a little argument, right? So you step in to try and calm things down, whatever. His wife, and I quote, says, right now, you're acting like a little bitch. Stay out of grown women's shit. She called you a bitch. Yes, this is your boy's wife. What do you do?
I'll start it off. First off, hey bro, no disrespect to you, but your wife a bitch. You don't call me a bitch and then don't think that you're gonna get called a bitch back. For one, and for two, after that, hey bro, don't bring her back around me. You come to my house, she's not invited. Because if you can call me a bitch in public, you can definitely call me that shit at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that shit. That's one word that I don't fuck with. You call me a bitch, automatically I'm on a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I fully agree. Now, if it's my man's wife, then he knows I don't play that shit.
What if you don't say shit?
No, and she knows I don't play that shit. So if she does say that, I'm gonna just look at her and I'm like, yo, son, I'm gonna holler at you later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, because that's my man, because it's not about her at that point. Because that's their problem. I ain't gonna make their problem our problem. You see what I'm saying? So even if I'm trying to break it up and she be like, yo, you bitch ass nigga, I'm like, yo, son, listen, I'm gonna holler at you, all right? We gonna chop it up later. And then, later on, I'm like, yo, son, listen, your wife violated. I ain't gonna violate her, but I'm not even gonna violate her to him. I'm not gonna be like, yo, check that bitch. I'm like, yo, son, your wife violated, man. I'd appreciate it. You get that shit under control. You know what I'm saying? Because, I ain't gonna be too many more bitches. Anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I ain't gonna violate her. That's my man's joint. So my relationship with him means more to me than her. So I don't want to, because what he just said, like if he's like, yo, your wife is a bitch. See, at that point, then you made their problem your problem because you just told another man that his wife is a bitch. Now, as a man, what is his response supposed to be?
Don't call her no bitch.
You see what I'm saying? You just made an issue between two women be an issue between brothers, and it shouldn't be that way. It never should be that way.
Well, is he a bitch too?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's happening. What's going on? Just keep it straight. Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. We gonna bounce. We gonna get up out of here, man.
Well, I'm just thinking about the homies that I hang with, right? So if that was to occur, hopefully that the homies I hang with that I trust will step in before I have to say anything and back me up like, oh, you going too far.
That's
Because you can actually not check your lady, but kind of put in her place in a nice way. If y'all both share kind of a certain respect level. Now, if he don't, like I said, I just got to walk away. But hopefully my partners jump in and be like, no, you tripping. Now you're going too far, to let her know, like, hey, this is us, and now you just went too far. So, but I don't want to be the one to kind of put my foot down, because like I say, it can go left.
Yeah.
And once that situation go left, it's going all the way left.
Yeah. For me, I don't want to get into the middle of two girls fighting, because I'm gonna tell you, like, my experience with that shit, like, women can go at all the way to 100, and then the next second they'll be real calm. Yeah. Like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah.
So you gonna let them fight?
I'm not gonna let them fight. Like, hey, girl, let's go. We gotta go. Hey, bro, I'll get up with you later. Like, so that's gonna be I'm not about to get into it and say, hey, what the fuck were y'all doing? I'm not doing that, because my blood pressure will go up, and I don't need that to happen.
Yeah.
But for women, that's not gonna happen for them. Like, women can argue, and it's just words.
Yeah.
It's just words for them. For us, it's not the same. So I'm like, you know what? This is I gotta leave. You have to leave, bro. Hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna holler at you later.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's it. Yeah, I'm out. Out. And then I'd approach him, yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You don't say shit.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? You don't say shit.
Yeah.
I'm going in on his ass. I do that with my friends. I will talk directly to them. The fuck were you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, what the fuck? You didn't say nothing. Oh, well, you know, I thought that was cool. The fuck wrong with you, nigga?
Yeah.
If you say that shit, we got a problem.
Yeah.
But he'd be like, nah, man, I spoke to her about that. All right, good. Don't let that shit happen again.
Yeah.
So that's my approach on that.
Yeah.
Swift.
Yeah, I agree with Phil, man. Oh, I forgot your name just that fast, man.
Nigga, you been smoking.
I've been smoking. Yeah, though, but no, I'll probably walk away too. I'll probably go ahead and leave. Probably me to leave. It's probably, it's time to go. When something like that happen, grab my gal and go. And like I said, hopefully my partner, you'll check her, you'll get her straight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's it was one, it was on one of my reality shows. But I had a problem with the female didn't say anything to check her ass, because ain't nobody gonna sit here and call him a bitch, not another bitch. Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
You know what I noticed about a lot of women? They'll fight the hell out they nigga though, boy, but they won't say shit to another woman.
Yeah.
Different. I am that one. I am that one. The only time that I would have to bring it down if it's his family. So I'm gonna have to kind of like, but I am gonna be looking side-eyed because it's like, hold on. No.
But see, that's the type of rider you want with you. And I always tend to have those type of females to have my back. You know what I'm saying? So
check in about it.
Yeah. And like you said, with the family, they'll kind of pull me away and, take me out their environment. But I need you there to have my back.
Like my shorty, my shorty with the shit, but I'll tell her all the time, like, yo, listen, you don't have to fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know where an argument is going before it gets there. You know what I'm saying? So if you see where it's headed, because my baby mom, she the type, yo, she'll go back and forth with you about 3 times before she starts swinging. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell her to get out of that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if it's already a disagreement and it's not even that serious, yo, just like, yo, dead that shit. Don't even worry about it. Like, right now, my girl ain't gonna let no bitch call me no bitch. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? She gonna wild out. I'm gonna be trying to hold her down from going at shorty because she's already ready to go there. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo, listen, yo, chill out, yo, don't even worry about that bitch, man. We gonna head out. We gonna bounce, yo, son. I'm gonna get out with you later, yo. And we good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My girl gonna still be wanting to fight, but she listened to what daddy say, yo, get the fuck in the car, get in the car.
Hey, but my hands, they still ready to eat for everybody. You hear me? So if my gal get to fight with a regular woman, now I hold that bitch down back.
To go for that now, we taking the W. Yeah, we like the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was just kind of crazy where the female just let her just like, well, your husband acting like a bitch, and even the first time she said it was just women. The husbands wasn't there, and I was like, There's no fucking way.
That also calls for the women sitting around
Marriage
talking
Huntsville.
to each other.
Oh,
like
I
that.
mean, my mom was
She
watching
was
that shit.
testing her ass. She
She was testing her.
Yeah, so she did it the first time, then she did it the second time in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah.
testing her ass.
Yeah.
But in real life, people still, a lot of women still, they in these circles, so they talk about they men and they brag about shit that they don't do and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it wouldn't be uncommon for one of them to do that. In today's society, though, dealing with the type of man they dealing with, though.
Yeah.
I ain't know, like, if I'm calling you a bitch, I am calling you a bitch. I don't even call another female, and you know, it's a term of endearment because I don't even want you to get that comfortable to calling me that.
And y'all said so earlier about calling a black woman a bitch. Yeah. That's what, though. I'm gonna tell you something, though, man. If I do something stupid, you gonna call me stupid, right? So if you act like a bitch,
that's that ultimate word. Though. Like white community use it. They use it.
Yeah.
We don't use it. Now girls might use it as a friendship, but we don't really use it.
I was calling bitches last night. You know what I'm saying? I was getting in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is all I have to say. Y'all heard of that rose shit? The little rose thing?
Yes.
Yo, that's just official. Yo, we had a good time last night. But that's when I be calling her bitches most. You know what I'm saying?
What, nigga?
We ain't fucking. You know what I'm saying? You put the rose on the suction on her clit, man. She go crazy, man. You get the fuck in that joint, go hard body. You call her all kind of dumbass bitches. She don't give a fuck. None of that shit.
That's the whole time they be making that shit, though. They say, though.
That fuck up the mood.
Yeah, they say
Bitch.
That's another world, though, right?
Yeah.
That's when you go into that other world. When you
Yeah.
come back to this world, you can't be doing all that.
Guess what, though? If you got a real woman, though, a real woman, man, you ain't gonna disrespect her like that. It's just a difference, though. You got hoes, you got bitches, you got skanks, you got skeezers,
Sluts, whores.
It's different categories, and this is in every culture, though, and they all are treated according to the way that they act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a real woman, she gonna move so gracefully. You probably might not. You gotta go catch her.
A real woman gonna be a bitch from time to time, son. Like, we can't ignore that. Like, it's gonna happen. I don't give a damn. It's just gonna happen. There's like
She
this.
might have her moment though, but it's gonna be a way she'll be way more receptive than the average woman that you're dealing with today, though.
I mean, I just feel like, even niggas saying under their breath, everybody call that joint a bitch at some point or another. Like, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, but
It's a difference between that's like your parents. Like, I hate her. You know, when you was a kid, but you ain't gonna say that in their face.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't know. I just feel like it's all about the power you give it. You know what I mean? Like, if you give it that power, you gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like, if I call a woman a bitch and a bitch is the epitome of disrespect for her, you know what I'm saying? Yo, she got a lot more life to live because it's a lot of worse shit. You know what I'm saying? To break up with a nigga for me calling her a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And what that boy said, it's all about the power you give it, though.
Yeah.
Apparently, the power he gave it to you, goddamn, she had them rolls, goddamn, jumping like all type of bitches.
Took over the day. She like that aggressive shit. She like when I really get on my thought shit. Like when I be like slamming around and shit. Like, she like that shit. And I be like, yeah, you fucking pretty bitch. It sounds disrespectful, but it's really not because I'm calling you a pretty bitch.
Oh, you be doing it like this?
Yeah, wow, sir.
That's just for her.
Every girl I've been with that she's been called a bitch in the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you said, but that's that world though. That's that world.
Bitch, I got angry too. Like, yo, get the fuck out of my face, yo. Yo, stop talking to me. Yo, bitch, how many times did I tell you, get the fuck out of my face? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, like, you ain't gonna be too many bitches because you don't want to be called a bitch. But you're talking about, people, because you have said that, if you get disrespected, you will violate a female.
Yeah. So
you have those trigger words too,
right,
that's giving you that they give power to.
Right.
So you're not immune to it.
No, I'm not saying that I am immune to it. I'm just saying, I just want people to take away the power
So you gotta do that with yourself.
I do. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas talk shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I let shit slide a lot. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how I'm feeling that day to where I give the power to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying anyone's a weak person for giving power to anything. I'm just saying let's just do our best to not give those things power.
But we all have our trigger. We all have our line.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying let's just go, because like I said, as I'm raising my kids, I'm trying to get them out of the same cycles that I went into. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because like Will said, yo, and I still feel away about this, but it's a fact. Yo, if a nigga tell me to suck his dick, he wants to die.
Right. You just gave that power.
Yeah, but I'm working on. A nigga tell me that. But my whole life I've been told that and showed that if a nigga say tell you to suck his dick, he needs to die.
Right.
You know what you say suck his nuts? There's
no backtracking. Like, I'm good. I didn't mean that. Fuck all that. It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah. I mean,
words have power.
Yeah. We do trigger words.
Yeah.
And niggas.
Yeah.
If the wrong person say nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just to wrap back up, it's just I believe with Spice, regardless of how you think she looked, that just happened to be a trigger word. And like I said, they were supposed to have been friends, and then when she tried to explain, and she's still 10 toes down like your Candace Owens.
Yeah. But let's be real here. Let's be for real. She didn't take that shit to be disrespectful until the public said it was disrespectful, and then now she wants to speak out.
No, remember they take this, and they can't, from my understanding, they can't talk about that shit until after they take.
But even the altercation, she wasn't like, yo, how dare you call me a black man? You come back on that. Hey, she say that. Keep you can't do love you. He wants to die. That's all she was saying.
She was ready to fight after that. Yeah, because she turned up she did turn over the table and shit. She was trying to get at her ass.
But not because of the monkey thing, because of the table turn.
Nah, it was because of the monkey.
It was because of herself.
She kind of looked like a monkey.
She do.
And other people done said that. She looked like a monkey. And she know she looked like a monkey. Everybody else went with this narrative, so I'll go with it too. You bitch, we finna cancel.
She didn't take it as a colorist statement at the moment. It's only when everybody says something. Like, that was some bandwagon shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really felt away about that, you should have said that shit as it was happening. Like, oh, bitch, you crossed the line. How dare you call me a fucking monkey? Nah, she was like, your kid don't love you. Your kid don't love you. That was it.
So you be watching this shit too.
I be watching. It'd be funny.
You gotta think about where Spice originally come from.
She's Jamaican, right?
Right. So there's mostly black people there.
Yeah.
She don't know what monkey means. Coming to America, monkey means something.
So if she don't know what monkey
different.
If she don't know what monkey means, then how can she possibly have taken offense to the type of offense that they say that she's taking?
But she's been here long enough to understand that being called a monkey means like
more than just a monkey.
You know what I'm saying?
More than just a monkey. But
she look like a monkey though. Okay. She's a spice.
All right, let's get on ahead and wrap this thing up. So let's get into celebrating some black excellence.
Within ourselves? Oh, sorry.
Hold on. So every week we recognize and celebrate the achievements and contributions African Americans have made to this country. So today we celebrate Calvin Brodus Jr., aka Snoop Dogg. Snoop made his debut with the single Deep Cover and then hit collaborations on Dre's mega hit, The Chronic album. He debuted his solo album, Doggy Style, in 1993 on Death Row. He went on to drop many hits on Death Row, and he left Death Row in 1998 to go briefly over to No Limit. After No Limit, he bounced around on several labels, releasing music to include a gospel album. Besides music, Snoop has done many movies, hosted TV shows, been on several label appearances on WWE and AEW wrestling. He has a cannabis business, and last year he purchased Death Row Records. So Snoop Dogg, we wish you a happy belated birthday and salute you for your contributions to making this country great. All righty. In announcements, Night of Expression Showcase is on November 18th, starting at 7 p.m. We have some amazing artists. Two of them will be appearing today. Two artists here will be appearing. So definitely get your tickets. $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Go to terradomeentertainment.com/events to get your tickets. And that is our show. But before we close, we need to pay some bills. Here's a word from our sponsor, Terradome Entertainment. Terradome Entertainment. We turn your fear of dreaming into amazing realities. If your dream is to become a photographer, we have a nice intimate photo studio just for you. If you want to record that next hit song or do voiceover work, we have a state-of-the-art studio also for you. If you want to professionally record your own podcast, well, we have that too. Check us out at www.terradomeentertainment.com. We are the only ones to turn your fear of dreaming into amazing realities. All right, shout out to dude over there, producer extraordinaire for some of those beats. If you have any questions or comments, email us at info@terradomient.com. That's info@terradomient.com. Final words, starting with DJ Talented.
Like Seven is saying, man, stop giving people power to words. Words are words. Everybody got their opinion on what they're going to say about you, to you, in front of your face or behind you. You know, stop giving power words, because a lot of people have ended up, dying from words.
True.
Being incarcerated from words, and which you being incarcerated, you're almost dead any damn way. So stop giving people power, but they call you a bitch, kick their ass.
Free will.
I just feel like this conversation was needed. An hour and a half is not enough time to really express ourselves, but I think we got a lot of things on the table, and I think more of these conversations need to be had in the Black community, especially.
All right, the real JNauti.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think that where we are right now is not where we're going to be, and I think if we, really focus in on ourselves, we can really, take some ownership of our actions and make sure that other folks, don't have the ability to control us.
All right, Swift.
People gonna be people. Do what you do best.
All right, 7.
Yeah, just try to remove yourselves from these boxes that we are put into and that we become complacent with. Shout out everybody that's gonna be at that at the showcase. You know what I'm saying? I should definitely come out and see that shit. Free Will gonna kill that shit, man. JNauti just dropped some shit, man. That shit fire. Y'all go check that shit out, man. On fucking everywhere, iTunes, all that shit. Me and Swift got some crazy shit coming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some crazy shit coming. So I just want y'all to be on the lookout for that. And shout out to Kayan Teresi. I got a beautiful thing going here. I appreciate y'all letting me be a part of this. You know what I mean?
All right. All right, our real last quote of the day. It is very hard to show up as the person you want to be when you're surrounded by an environment that makes you feel like the person you aren't. Live unapologetically and become what you want to attract. So join us live every Saturday at noon for the Power Hour with the Real As People Society crew here on Terradome Entertainment Radio, and catch the replay of this show and others on terradomeentradio.com or on all your podcast apps. You can hit us up on IG at powerhour_raps_crew. I am your president, Ms. Entertainment. You can contact me at MIZZ_entertainment_ATL, my chief entertainment officer.
DJ Talented _1 on Instagram.
All right, Free Will.
You can catch me at Free Will on IG, or you can catch me at Facebook at William Chapman.
The Real JNauti.
Yep, you can catch me everywhere at The Real JNauti.
All right, Swift.
Everywhere at Swift Notes with a Z.
And 7.
I'm on Instagram. You can catch me on, I got Facebook too, but I barely use it. You can catch me on 7_Moet, SeVIIn_Moet, like the liquor.
All right. And as always, I'll leave you with this. Be kind to each other. Love one another. Keep God first. Thank you for joining. Stay safe. And we're out.